Hearthstone. Do you like card games but don't want to go through the hassle of shuffling and reshuffling? Or are you looking for something that requires strategy and deck building? Well, Hearthstone may just have what you're looking for.
Job done.
Developed by Blizzard Entertainment, this Warcraft spin-off sees two players summoning heroes and villains to deplete each other's hit points. It's a simple game to learn, but it can be rather tricky to master. Spend enough time with it, and you may find yourself getting into Hearthstone's competitive scene. Trust us, things can get real tense there. Number 9. World of Tanks.
We've damaged them.
Ever wanted to get in a tank and blow something sky high? Well, now you can in World of Tanks. Really, this is as close as we're going to get to living the dream. However, don't go in expecting to just make everything explode. World of Tanks is a bit tougher than most shooters and military games. Players must strategize and make the most of their shots to take down enemies quickly, whether by deploying an ambush or shooting at treads to immobilize targets. There may be a learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, World of Tanks is a ball of destructive fun. Number 8. Call of Duty Warzone.
Drop bag inbound.
If you missed out on Black Ops 4 and always wanted to try its Battle Royale mode, you finally have the chance to try it now. Well, kind of. Activision has finally put out a free Battle Royale for Call of Duty, and it's just as fun as Black Ops 4's Blackout mode. Warzone puts you in a team of 3, taking on dozens of others to either be the last team standing, or, if you're playing Plunder, grab as much cash before the time runs out. It boasts the same frenetic gameplay as your average Call of Duty, and the progression sits at such a good pace that you'll be unlocking a ton of cosmetics within your first hour or two. Number 7. Dauntless. Not everyone may be on board with its flagship Battle Royale title, but Epic has another free-to-play game that has garnered its own following. Dauntless tasks you and your friends to hunt down rampaging beasts known as behemoths. Yes, it is very much like Capcom's Monster Hunter series, but don't let that steer you away. Developer Phoenix Labs has crafted an experience that is visually stunning and boasts a well-paced progression system. Plus, if you're looking for a challenge, Dauntless will constantly put your skills to the ultimate test. So you might want to get your friends in on this or make friends with other players. Number 6. Brawlhalla. There's a fighter in all of us, but sometimes fighting games can get a tad too expensive. Brawlhalla will certainly keep you busy as well as keep you away from your wallet. Much like Nintendo Super Smash Bros., Brawlhalla has 4 players duke it out and launch each other out of a small area. While many of the characters share similar moves, every fighter has a unique set of cosmetics, and every week you have access to a new rotating selection of fighters to play as, with the most recent guest character being gaming icon Lara Croft. And she's not the only surprise appearance you might find. Number 5. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Not every shooter needs to be hectic and fast-paced. So, if you're looking for something a bit slower, don't fret, Counter-Strike has you covered. No pun intended. One team must plant a bomb or hold hostages, depending on which mode you choose, while the other team tries to stop them. Counter-Strike isn't about going in guns blazing, and you and your team have to think about how to use a map's layout to your advantage and knowing how to make the most out of your situation. But if you're looking for something a little less intense or featuring bigger teams, Team Fortress 2 will do just fine. Number 4. Path of Exile. Some of you may be struggling to find your sense of adventure now that our time outside is being limited. However, you may find solace in Path of Exile, an action RPG where players can explore massive dungeons and battle fierce monsters. Of course, there's plenty more to do than just mindless murder and exploration. You can talk to other players in encampments or compete in one of the many leagues available. With more than 5 million players registered, you may find yourself a new group of friends to hang out with during these troubling times. Number 3. Apex Legends. Suppose you want a shooter that gives you more options in traversing the battlefield or features a colorful cast of characters. If that sounds like you, Apex Legends might be well worth your time. You and 2 other players take the role of various characters and must be the last team standing. Sounds like every other Battle Royale game, but Apex Legends manages to distinguish itself by granting each character different abilities. Since its launch in February 2019, the game has seen several new additions in the form of maps and characters, so there's plenty to experience. Number 2. Warframe. There's plenty of games out there that can make you feel like an unstoppable powerhouse, but none have done so the same way as Warframe. Players take control of a being known as the Tenno, an ancient warrior that has awakened to find the galaxy in complete turmoil, divided by several warring factions. As you try to restore peace and bring down warlords, you'll gather materials to craft and upgrade weapons, as well as earn blueprints to create new warframes. Every warframe plays differently than the last, and some even come with their own mechanics. And if that doesn't sell you on it, developer Digital Extremes is one of very few companies that listens to its fanbase and hands out generous rewards. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in!
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1, Destiny 2.
Cora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Wait a second, isn't this a $60 game? It was, but as of September 2019, Destiny 2 is free to play and developer Bungie is still shoveling in more content. In case you've never played or heard of Destiny, you take the role of a guardian and must bring down the evil Red Legion. Along the way, you'll find new armor and weapons that'll beef you up, allowing you to take on tougher enemies. Oh, and you also get badass superpowers to decimate anyone who opposes you. With beautiful environments, a compelling story, and thrilling gameplay, now is the perfect time to jump in.
Someone told me you need a ride.